Alright Zookies, here's the deal. I really wanted to do a Q&A, so I put up a little poll a few hours ago on my Instagram page and had you guys put in any questions that you had for me. And I'm really excited because a lot of you answered with questions and I get to answer them now as I'm doing some drawings. If there was a specific question that you wanted the answer to, you can skip along the timeline and I should have them all linked directly in the description as well. You can find the timestamp and click on the specific question. I will be showing the question on the screen as well, including the person who asked it. If their page is public, if they're private, then I'm gonna blur it or block it out. I'm gonna have my phone out and I'm gonna read some of the questions. I did look over some of them already, so I kind of had some thoughts in mind on how I can answer them, but it's just gonna be a sit and chill with me as I draw, so feel free to skip around or play this video and get some work done as well as I answer the Q&A session. For me, it's currently 11 p.m., so it's pretty late into the night. I plan to be drawing for a couple hours, so I'm gonna try to make sure to stay hydrated. I did bring an Arizona drink with me. This is my favorite drink. And I'm also gonna have some water. Make sure you guys stay hydrated as well. Can opening ASMR. Okay, we're gonna get started. As you can see, I have the Q&A with the background of one of the prints I worked on that is currently unreleased. So I'm excited to show that eventually. But we're gonna work on a different print right now. I ended up changing my mind. I don't really want to work on the old sketch. It feels like too much brain power for me to try to theorize, resketch, and everything on something I drafted a couple months ago. And since I'm currently already working on a print, I'm gonna go with that one instead. And so this, I guess this is a little sneak peek on what I'm working on. I'm making a print that is inspired by the Smeeskies, which is the little green characters that a lot of people collect. I decided for this one, I wanted to do a whole bunch of Smeeskies in a workspace, or I guess an office. And so I have the colors layered down already. I wanted it to be more of like an evening tone. There's a lot of warmer colors. Yeah, so I have to work on essentially just the foreground. Let me show you guys. So the foreground, everything that's included like this, the shelf, all these little details on the board there. Maybe this chair, I think that's also part of the foreground. These computer desks and all these like gadgets and such. In this session, I don't know if I'll be able to work on all the Smeeskies, all these little guys everywhere. So I'll mainly just be drawing some of these things in the foreground. And then I might also work on the background here behind the window as well, which shows kind of like a skyscraper, since this space is set to be in like an apartment I wanted it to be. Alright, we're gonna get started with the Q&A. So the first question we have is, when are you coming back to Berkeley? I started a series a few months back where I traveled to different colleges and I give away a whole bunch of sticker designs of their college mascot. For Berkeley, their mascot is a bear. I made 3 different bear designs. I kind of try to theme the mascot designs with ideas that might resonate with some of the students. But when I did Berkeley, my page was not that big yet, so I was still going to like a coffee shop and working, drawing there for a couple hours, and whoever would show up would show up. The more videos I made, like a few months after that, it was kind of blowing up and people would start lining up for the stickers, and I had to go to a place that was more public so I wouldn't cause a fire hazard. The first issue I had with that was at Long Beach, and it was pretty intense. I really did not expect that many people to show up. I do plan to go back to Berkeley since I have a couple events in that area. Their school year starts a little sooner, so I might have to go back to Berkeley a little sooner than I anticipated. But yeah, I do plan to go back. I don't know when, though. I have to make new designs, if that's the case. And this time I would probably be inside the campus rather than on the outside. Next question we have is, will you come back to UC San Diego? I just transferred there from a community college. So San Diego is actually one of the schools I frequent. I usually sign up for the quarterly vendor fair they have, and it's a week-long fair where a lot of different local small businesses and vendors attend to sell their merchandise or art. I started there last year in the fall, and so when I did the sticker drop there, I knew there'd be a lot of people, but I did not expect there to be a line as well, which is why when I was inside Price Center, I was so shook. I do plan to come back to UC San Diego to do a drop, which is what I'm assuming they're asking for, but probably not anytime soon or frequent, since I'm constantly there for like a lot of different events. I don't even know how to draw this computer. I don't know what to make the colors to be. I just realized I should get rid of the drawing guide because it doesn't really help with my eyesight on the piece right now. The next question is anything so bizarre you'd want to create art or stickers of? I don't think there's anything completely out of the realm for me. A lot of the stuff I make is based off of like cute things, Pokemon, Kirby, and anime, which is a lot of the things I grew up on. Shoot, okay, we're just gonna fill this in and then worry about it later. The next question we have is, how do you choose what characters to make stickers and keychains of? I feel like that one's pretty simple. You kind of just want to choose what the popular stickers are. So I guess the stickers are like the test sample for what is popular. And when you find out what is popular, then you can choose those to make into keychains. The next question we have is show or anime recs I need something to hyperfixate on. I watched a lot of anime over the last year when I first started tabling. I was like, I have to get more involved in the space that I'm creating things for. And so I think I watched like 13 different anime. So I can recommend some of the things I thought were pretty good on that list. I really like Fruits Basket, surprisingly. I didn't expect to like it because I heard mixed reviews on it. I think I liked the characters, and some of them are pretty relatable. I feel like it has a good mix and balance of everything, which is why I really enjoyed it. It did make me cry, which is really shocking. I feel like I don't really cry during shows, but there was a specific scene in Fruits Basket that was very heart-touching for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm relating to this, and it's making me cry. How is that even possible? Another one I might recommend is Vinland Saga, which is on the complete opposite spectrum. Vinland Saga has a lot of gore, has a lot of action. It can be very monkey brain. I'm literally just watching people attack each other, but it has a really touching message and lesson behind all of it. I've heard some people compare it to Attack on Titan, but I don't really think it's like Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's in its own world. That anime has too many intricacies. Vinland Saga is a little easier to follow along with because you have this main character is really driven by one goal of vengeance. So that's why I feel like the anime is easy to digest and it can be monkey brain at times. Mob Psycho, it's also a good anime. And again, all these ones I'm recommending are like on the shorter end. Some of the longer ones I watched, like Hunter x Hunter and Black Clover is the one I'm currently watching. They're very shonen, in a way kind of similar to Vinland Saga, but their story, their characters, and their world building is really cool because of how long they are. But if you're not looking for a long anime, then I think Mob Psycho is pretty cool. A lot of interesting lessons in each of the episodes, but it definitely does have a linear story to it, so that's not to discredit it in any way for being a slice-of-life anime. Mob Psycho doesn't have a lot of discrepancies in its story. All the characters are really consistent. There's a lot of funny scenes as well, so that's a good one. I would recommend that one. Try to make this shelf like more of a red tone, because if the characters are all gonna be green and light yellow, then red and orange are good to contrast that. I don't know, I'm always like conflicted in how I want to do the colors in this. When is the Davis sticker vid coming out? Oh god. Guys, I'm like constantly backlogged with things I have to do and things I want to do. And as like an artist and small business owner, I feel like there are just too many tasks that you have to do. Like I want to grow my social media page. So I'm like, okay, I gotta make reels. And those are fun to do, but they're time consuming. Like a 30-second reel, I probably spend like 2 hours on it. It's kind of unreal. And so with the Davis video, I want to make it in a storytelling style that's similar to my reels rather than the Fullerton vlog where I kind of just talked about how I felt and released the footage of me interacting with people. The reason why is because I want to work on other projects right now, and I have that like on the back burner. I'm like, okay, college is not even in session. I don't really feel like doing anything college related right now, and so that's why the video isn't out yet. I'm sorry guys. I really wanted to have incredibly fast turnover on it, but I just take like 5 years on something and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work. I want it to be quality, so yeah. Next question we have is, how long does it take to come up with designs for universities? I was literally researching the other day on some of the upcoming universities I plan to go to. I always search up like, what is iconic at, for example, CSU Northridge. And the answers are always like, this is what CSU Northridge is known for. Their most popular major is psychology. And I'm like, yes, this is great for all the students that are trying to find out whether Northridge is the school that they want to go to. But I don't need this. I want more important things, like, do the students around here like boba, or do they like drinking or something like that? And so I can never get the right answers, especially since I didn't go to the school. Like, how am I supposed to know what they like around there? I'm always struggling to theorize what people might resonate with for their mascot stickers. I just like try to ask around if I can, but I always just look up on Reddit or iconic facts about the schools. The next question I have is, what is your mascot's name? My store mascot is a hamster, and it's in the logo of pretty much all my profile pictures and such. And his name is Hemi the hamster. Next question is, would you make stickers based on that time I was reincarnated as a slime? I'm pretty sure that's an anime. I'm trying not to make stickers of anime I haven't watched yet, so maybe I should watch that anime. But yeah, maybe I'll make stickers of that. The next question is, besides AX, what is your next dream con? I really liked Anime Expo. It was my dream convention. I was so shocked that I even got in. I was like, what do they see in me? How is this even possible? Why am I here? I popped off so hard. I was like more happy that I got into AX than I was when I got into college. I feel like that's diabolical to say, but that's just the truth of things. AX is a big deal for a lot of people, and it was for me too, so that is why. What color should I make this little outlet in the corner? I feel like this is so trivial. This thing doesn't even like, it's not even that big of a part of the piece. I'm just gonna make it orange. Yeah, so Anime Expo was the dream convention. I think my next dream con would be KawaiiCon in Hawaii. I didn't know about it, actually. I didn't know about a lot of out-of-state conventions because when I first started tabling, I was only looking up conventions in California. And doing conventions wasn't even the first thing on my mind. Like, I'll get into that a little later. Yeah, I didn't know about a lot of out-of-state conventions, so I didn't apply to them at all. But after I've done a few events and I'm kind of in the circuit now, and I'm seeing a lot of people go to different events that I think are interesting, KawaiiCon is definitely on that list of events and conventions I want to go to. And the main reason, I'm not gonna lie, is just because it's Hawaii. Like, I want to go to Hawaii. I've never been there. So that's actually just the reason why I want to go to KawaiiCon. I think it'd be a really cool experience to visit Hawaii, share art, and visit artists at the same time that might be local to Hawaii. So I'm so over this outlet thing. I feel like it's a lost cause for now. I'm just gonna move on to another part of the drawing, like this trash can. Maybe I'll do purple again, because I don't have a lot of purple in my pieces. Actually, I lied, I do. My Waddle Dee print is like all purple. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make it blue. All right, the next question is, what inspired you to do the college sticker series? There's a few different answers for this. Back when I was in college, my university was really known for a lot of people running for stickers. And that was something I found out my freshman year. I was chilling around in my dorm, and my hallmates were like, guys, we have to go to this thing. And I was like, okay, what is this thing? And they were like, well, there's people, they're running for stickers. The tradition had started the year prior, but I literally did not know about this. So a couple of my housemates were like, let's go to the park, which is like in the middle of the university. And everyone heads out there. They're waiting for this guy to drop his location on his Instagram story. And when he does, people run to that location because he's giving away an exclusive sticker that is based off the mascot, but it's like a very spoofed version. But it's like a collectible, and people love collecting things. So people would run to the location for these stickers. And one of the things that like drew me in to be part of that community of people who ran for the stickers was because I had gotten out of high school big into running. I was like in cross country and track, and I was like, I am gonna try to run for these stickers and go crazy, put my fitness to use before I become sedentary and not do anything anymore. So might as well run for these stickers, right? And I was also just competitive about it. Yeah, we went into COVID that latter half of the year, and I didn't really think about it until we came back to school, and I met a whole bunch of new housemates, and we were like, guys, what if we do the thing where we give away stickers? Because it wasn't like one dude anymore. There was like a whole bunch of people who would dress up in disguises and they would give away stickers. So like anyone could technically do it. And we were like, why don't we do it? Like that would be so fun. And so we started making designs. We were kind of like a group of people. So it was me and 3 of my other housemates at like 2 a.m. And we were like, let's do this thing, but how can we do it? We need like someone to design things. And I was like, well, I did some drawing before. I could be the designer. Like, it's not that crazy, right? Wrong. I was so bad. Like, I look back on the things I drew for this account and page, and I was like, oh my goodness. You all start somewhere. Like, it was so bad. I really thought that I could transition my traditional art pencil to paper skills into drawing on a tablet, but I was wrong. It's so hard. It's still hard now, but you try your best, you know? As we continued doing it up until we graduated, there was a point where I mentioned, what if we did this for other schools, like make spoof versions of their mascots and gave away stickers? But I was like, nah, it's such a crazy, outlandish idea, because not only do you have to travel to all these schools, you have to make designs for all these schools, you have to print the stickers, and it would cost so much money. Like, the idea was just because if we did it, we'd gain more followers. And in our mind, we were like, we're trying to be a really cool big account and do really cool projects. One of them, we had people bring up a whole bunch of bananas to us because we made a sticker design that was based off the Minions, and the character was holding a banana, and we thought it would be funny if we got everybody to bring us bananas. And so there was like a whole line of people. They ran the local food store out of bananas. They ran the dining halls out of bananas. At least allegedly, that's what I heard. Yeah, those are like some of the cool projects we wanted to do, and we wanted to have a larger following for it. The idea of like the colleges, doing it at other colleges, never really happened. I was just like, that'd be so cool if we could do that. And so skip forward to like a couple years later, or maybe not even a couple years, like a year later, my friend is at UC Davis. I'm like, oh, I want to plan to visit him and do a day in the life with him and just like hang out with him. Content brain in me was like, I gotta make stickers, and like I think it'd be funny to see how many people would show up if I asked on my story, hey, I'm at UC Davis, come find me. And at this time I only had like 2,000 followers or something like that. Some friends at Davis, some friends at Irvine and San Diego that would maybe have some friends at Davis and send them over to me. I'm like, hey, I'm at the silo, which is like a really known part of the campus. Oh my gosh, I cannot draw this freaking pot. Like, I think I'm trying to like follow the sketch line, and it's just not working. I take too long to draw. Anyway, made like these strawberry cows because the school is known for liking cows instead of their actual mascot, which is Gunrock the Mustang. They're the Aggies, but I'm pretty sure their mascot is Gunrock the Mustang. But they like cows. It's so weird because it's like a big cow farmland and such. A few people actually came to visit me and get some stickers from me. I made like probably like 60 stickers. And then afterward, I made an Instagram reel about it. I was like, hey, this is what happened. Look at this little story. And that was like my goal. I wanted to tell a story out of it because I thought it'd be cool. In the back of my mind, I was like, this could be popular. People might like this. There's potential in this. Hashtag UC Davis. And then people shared it and it blew up. And then people kept asking me to go to different colleges. And so that's what I did. And now that's what I'm stuck doing. But I like it though, so it's not like I'm stuck doing it. I'm banished to eternity to a fate like this. It's actually really cool. I've met so many amazing people through this. I feel like I've had so many different opportunities because of it, and I'm really grateful for that. But that is essentially how I started dropping stickers at different colleges. Will you ever make Maplestory stuff? I think Maplestory is pretty popular. I've never played it for myself, but you know, the person who is asking this is my friend, so I'm gonna make the Maplestory stickers. That is what is going to happen. At some point, I'm honestly just gonna start drawing the Smeeskies because I'm just coloring things in and filling them. It's kind of like mindless though, so. When did you start drawing? I started drawing 3rd grade. I think that's my first recollection of like actually drawing. And I remember very vividly, I had a friend, he was moving to Arizona and I was so sad about it, but I was like, I'm gonna give him a gift. I think at the time we liked Legos and Batman, so I drew him a Lego Batman. I thought it was like the craziest, coolest thing ever, but I don't have a picture of it. Like, I don't even know if I knew that cameras existed at this time in my life. I wish I had a picture of it just so I could see my old work, see my humble beginnings, you know? What would that Lego Batman look like for me and my 3rd grade self to think it was the most wonderful, amazing piece of artwork I had ever done in my life? If you're out there and somehow you see this and you're that friend that moved to Arizona, please let me know. That would be so cool. If you somehow still had that and didn't already like toss it in the trash and burn it to the ground, which I honestly don't blame you if you did. The next question from my friend is, do you know about Updog? I know about Updog. I know what it is, and I hope you know what it is too. The next question is, what's your favorite sweet treat? Looking for some Rex. I like chocolate. There's a lot of good candy out there, I'm not gonna lie. But if I had to pick one, I would probably just go with Sour Patch Kids. I also really like, it's the smoothie Skittles. All right, the next question is, how do you plan your drops? I try to plan which schools I go to around my convention/event schedule. Like if I'm gonna be near San Diego, then I'm gonna go to San Diego. Otherwise, I feel like there's not a lot of planning going on. I just show up to the school whenever the heck I want to. If the people want me there that badly, I will try to be there. Say just one person from a college wants me there. From a business standpoint, that's not the most efficient use of my time. I could be drawing, I could be working on something else, I could be editing a video. If it's like a far away college, like I can't drive out to all the colleges, you know? There's like this internal pressure that I've created for myself to do a lot of things, and I'm only one person, so sometimes I freak out in my mind. I'm like, oh God, I gotta do everything. How am I gonna have time to do everything? I like driving, it's cool. I get to listen to podcasts, watch some YouTube videos that I can play in the background or something like that, but it is not the most efficient use of my time. So yeah, I don't really like plan out my drops. I just show up to a school whenever. That's my honest answer to the question. All right, the next question is, which convention was most enjoyable to have your booth at? If the premise of the question is enjoyable, I would say I had a really good time at Anime Las Vegas. And the reason is because I had a lot of friends there, and I was staying over at my friend's place. That is my answer. Anime Las Vegas was really fun because my friends were there. All right, the next question is, what's your favorite sticker you have made so far? I really do have to say it's the Black Clover ones. And it's because I really enjoy the anime. I feel like that contributed to how much fun I had making the designs. And as a set, they all look so good to me. That is my answer. My favorite sticker, any of the ones from the Black Bulls. I really like all of them. I'm gonna look up what color a Smeeski is. Guys, I know it's green, but I want a reference. They look like they're yellow. Like, am I tripping? Or they're not screaming green. They kind of have like a yellow hue to it. I feel like it's like this. We'll see. I'm just gonna start working and then we'll see how that goes. All right, next question is, which college has had your favorite sticker drop / giveaway? I don't exactly know what that means. I can only assume they're asking what my favorite school to have visited was. I don't exactly have an answer to that because I really enjoyed a lot of my different visits. I don't know, all of them. That's my answer. I liked all of them. Cop out answer. I know. Do you have Oreo beard? I don't know if this question is supposed to be related to One Piece, like there's Blackbeard and stuff like that. I do not have Oreo beard. If you're looking for like a specific character that has cookie design beard. So unfortunately, my answer is no, I don't have the thing you're probably looking for. Next question is, can you do Sony Angels? And my answer to that is no, I'm not doing. Okay, I don't know. I don't think I'm the right person to be doing Sony Angel stickers and designs. I'm more of a Pokemon and Kirby fan and anime fan. And I like Smeeskis too, they're cute. I don't collect them, but to me they're more adorable than the Sony Angels. I said it, I'm sorry. To all the people who are gonna hate me in the comments, I just prefer the Smeeskies. But hopefully you guys will still remain fans. Hopefully you're still Zookie after this. What got you interested in art? It just seemed really cool to be able to create something. When I was younger, I was big into realism. People, faces and such. Like when I was a kid, there was like this toy that was really popular back then. It's called a kendama. I don't know if you guys know about it. And I honestly don't know if it's popular now still. I think it is. I would draw the kendamas like in their shapes and different customized colors and such. Really crappy drawing, by the way. Like it wasn't crazy because I was only like 10 years old, something like that. And I would sell them to people for the whopping 25 cents. I was like, I'm making money from this. Like woohoo, you know? Yeah, I look back on that now and I'm like, I was like a business-minded 10-year-old and I sold maybe like 5 of them. Like better than nothing, you know? But do not expect anything from me to be done super fast, especially for these prints, because I'm working so slow. I think part of it is also just because I'm talking and answering questions at the same time. So since I've never really done that before, it's a little more difficult to do 2 things at once. The next question I have is, what's your biggest accomplishment this year so far? 2024 has been such a cool, crazy year. Getting monetized on YouTube. I had always wanted to do that. Being a YouTuber was one of my dream jobs as a kid. I'd watch YouTubers who do Let's Plays of video games and I'd be like, that would be so cool if I could do that. But I don't know how to do that. You need like a capture card and all these complicated things my 15-year-old self did not know how to do. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Now that I have created some videos documenting my experiences in Artist Alley, a couple vlogs, the most recent one at Anime Expo garnered a good amount of views because I had such a fast turnover on it, because in my mind I was like, I gotta be the first one to make an Anime Expo vlog because I know other people are working on it too, but if I'm the first person who gets a vlog out, some people will watch it. The 2 days after Anime Expo ended, I was editing all day and night. Wake up and I would edit, and then I would go to bed having just edited. Like it was a long vlog. I had to look through so much hours of footage. I think the raw footage total was like 4 hours. Yeah, so a lot of people ended up watching the vlog, which I'm really grateful for. And there are a lot of you new Zookies. The next question is, how's post-college life? I am enjoying it. I feel like post-college life can be really daunting because for a lot of people, they don't really know what the heck they're doing and they might not have an internship right off the bat. And that was me. I did not have an internship or anything lined up, so I put all my eggs in one basket and said, I'm gonna do this art thingy because I seen other people make a full-time income off of this. I can do it too. I was like very ignorant to a lot of the costs of running your own business. In a way, it helped me create a discipline and work ethic for myself in a ignorant bliss. Overall, I'd say my post-college grad life has been really pleasant, and I've been able to meet so many more people. I would not see myself doing anything else right now, so. Alright, the next question we have is, any tips for a beginner vendor? I do have a few tips, and I do have a few things I want to say, but I have some of them in an upcoming video that I'm making. Hopefully that will be done soon. But in the meantime, I would say investing in your branding is a really good idea. That was like one of the first things I did without even ever having tabled at all either. I like spent time designing a banner and a table runner and coming up with a color scheme for what I wanted, which was mint green. Some people have called it cyan and blue. It's trying to be mint green, so I don't know where some of the people are getting their cyan from, but it's not the worst. At least they're not saying like cobalt blue. Like it's not cobalt blue, you know? Like if they were colorblind, you know, shout out to all my colorblind people, it might not look mint green to them. Maybe it looks like an even cooler color for them. I have no idea. I wanted to be known for having a bright mint green booth amongst all the other potential booths that I would see at an artist alley or convention. A banner, a table runner, or something in that nature that they can refer to when they're scouting out the exhibitor hall or something like that. Yeah, like just having those things will definitely increase your presence in the space. All I can say is like keep pursuing it, because keep trying new things. if you're a beginner vendor. Try more things now so that in the future, and all your potential future customers, they don't even know about all the mistakes you might be making now. So make a lot of mistakes, try a lot of things, learn a lot of new things, because there are so many skills you can acquire. Learn the skills now when you barely have an audience, so that in the future you can apply those skills when you do have an audience. Are you going to do any community colleges like OCC? I want to go to community colleges, but it feels like if I go to one, I will have to go to so many more. The way I've come up with how I can possibly circumvent that is if I make a poll and ask people which community college I should go to, and they can vote for one. And that way I won't feel bad for not going to like all of them. Community colleges, there's like hundreds of them, so it'd be impossible to go to all of them. But I would like to go to one, just because I don't want to feel like I'm neglecting my community college Zookies out there. Shout out to you guys. I will hopefully come to a community college near you soon. They're so emotionless. Like at least when I was doing my other prints, I can make the characters kind of smile. These guys all have such a boring, like lame looking face. They're just like derp, you know? Let's move on to the next question. Next question is, what was your inspiration to get into art? I feel like when I was a kid, I was like inspired by my dad. I feel like my dad drew something and I was like, that is so cool. Otherwise, I don't really know the like motivation to finish drawings when I was in high school. I feel like this is kind of toxic, but it was to get validation. Like I wanted to feel validated for making something cool. Everyone has like a label in high school. I felt like I was like that artsy guy, you know? It can definitely plague people. I don't think it plagued me though. I just like, that was my motivation to finish something. And if you have a motivation to finish something or work on something, then why not just take that motivation and run with it? Let's move on to the next question. Do you make your stickers yourself? And the answer is yes, I still do. I started making stickers in college. As I mentioned earlier, when me and my housemates had the idea of dropping stickers and giving them away to students, there was a whole bunch of other students who were doing that too. For one, I was like, if we're gonna do this, it's gonna be cheaper if I make my own stickers. We make it for ourselves. We don't have to order it from an online website. Also, if I make good enough stickers eventually, I could sell them to people. I could offer myself as a service. I'm like, hey, I can print these stickers for you for a little cheaper than the website, and I can sell them to other students and make money off of that. You know, college is expensive, so I was like, I gotta make money. I was like researching a lot on how to make stickers. I came across like a lot of different videos about using Cricut. I started making my stickers the summer before my last year of college. When I made my first few, I was like, oh my gosh, I found the formula. Like, this is the perfect sticker paper. This is the perfect laminate, blah, blah, blah. But it was not. Like, it definitely took me a few more tries before I found the right materials that I currently use. But like, at the time, I didn't realize there were a couple other people who had the same idea as me. They wanted to capitalize off of the large demand for stickers. They also saw that they could make money off of it, because I knew some of the others who were giving out stickers to the community, and I asked if they could promote me as the person who printed their stickers, and they said yes. And so I definitely developed like credibility in that sense, and people would start buying from me. I feel like I was making minimum wage. I was definitely underselling myself, but it helped me dip my toes into the business world for sure. And at the time, like, I had never made that much money doing something that I was already liking to do anyway. I was working another job in university at the same time, but I really liked printing the stickers, but at the same time it was really time consuming, so I would stay up until like 3 a.m. for several nights printing for other people. But I was like, I'm making money though. Like, I feel like I've never seen this much money in my life. You know, it was like a couple hundred, but it was definitely a strain on my mental and physical health as well, to be staying up and doing that all while in school too. Like, I don't know how I did it. It was like insane, because now I have 3 Cricuts and I use them to still cut all the stickers I have. It just makes my production process a little easier. I still find it like relatively efficient to make all my own designs, but that's the gist of how I got started in making my own stickers and why I still do make my own stickers. But eventually I do want to outsource to another like company or something, because I feel like that would be a more efficient use of my time. But at the moment, I don't mind doing it. All right, the next question is your favorite con so far. Just like in general. It's gotta be Anime Expo, right? Like, I feel like it was such a fun experience getting to meet tons of different artists that I had seen their work online and heard of them or things like that, and also meet tons of different people. So like just my first time at Anime Expo, I'd never been to it. Like a year and a half ago, I didn't even know what Anime Expo was. I didn't even know it existed. Like I only knew SAC Anime, which is like the anime convention in my childhood hometown. That was like the only one I knew. When I first started, I actually only wanted to get into my college's vendor fair. I thought it was super sick that they had a bunch of small businesses come and sell things at the college ground. I didn't even know anything about Artist Alley until one of my friends was like, you should do Artist Alley. And I was like, what the heck is that? And that was like a year ago. I didn't even know that existed, which is so crazy to me because like I went to Anime Expo this month and it was like a dream come true. It just seems like a really fun event to get to be a part of. One of the things I always feel when I leave the convention is inspired. I just feel so inspired when I walk away from an anime convention like Anime Expo because there's so many talented creators out there, and I feel so motivated to work on projects of my own. I don't know, I just felt like I could believe in myself. It wasn't that much imposter syndrome as some of the other fields or disciplines I've seen in my life. Like in college, when I would feel imposter syndrome in my major, I'd be like, oh my god, I don't feel like I'm qualified to be here. But at least in Artist Alley, I felt qualified to be there. And part of it was like bliss in ignorance as well. Like I didn't know how tough it was for some people. The next question is cats or dogs? Oh gosh. I feel like it's hard to say. I had a dog and she ran away. I have never had a cat, but my parents have had a cat. And I think cats are cool too. Shout out to all the cat lovers and shout out to all the dog lovers. I don't have a particular opinion. I love them both. I don't want to pick cats or dogs. I'm team animal. Also because we're sticker zoo designed, so all animals are welcome here. Next question is favorite Zookie? This is coming from my friend. So Zookies, as you guys may or may not know, are the fans or the fandom of Sticker Zoo Designs. It's just supposed to be like a silly nod to the word Pookie. Zookie, of course, because we're Sticker Zoo. Anyway, I'm sure you guys could figure that out on your own. I don't know why I'm explaining that, but favorite Zookie is all of you guys. You guys are all my favorite Zookies. I appreciate every single one of my supporters, viewers, fans, all the like. For all those people who have made very special interactions with me, you know who you are. Shout out to you. Do you have any advice for someone trying to open their own small business, and what is your favorite part of what you do? Advice for anyone who's trying to start their small business, the obvious answer is just do it. Future you is going to be proud of you for it. I had to tell myself future me would be disappointed in me and regret the things if current me would not do the things that I had thought of. I made it a commitment to start my business no matter what. As I said, I put all my eggs in one basket. There was no turning back from that. All that money I made from printing stickers for other people, I put probably a couple thousand into investing in my branding, display, and everything else to make sure that I was set up to get started and get on the ground running. And depending on what your small business is, there's definitely ways for you to start small. You definitely don't have to put in that much money, but as long as you get started, then I feel like that's what matters. There is so much good resources and tools you can refer to online, on YouTube, on Google, on any forum. You can learn so much just from watching videos. I did a lot of that when I was first starting. I would watch a lot of the other content creators in the space who had advice and tips for how to get started and such. Watch a lot of other creators in the space and see what they do, because that really helps, and you can emulate their formulas. Everything is free. That's the blessing you have today of having the internet. My favorite part of what I do is going to conventions and talking to people and meeting people. I feel like I'm a extroverted introvert. I think that's what the phrase is. Like, I'm pretty extroverted. I get energy from being able to talk to other people rather than having the energy sucked out of the life of me. The next question I have is skibidi toilet stickers when? I honestly don't even know what skibidi toilet is, so I will probably not make stickers of that. If you guys know what skibidi toilet is, because I'm probably not going to look it up, please let me know down in the comments below if you can explain it in about 2 sentences, because anything more than that I probably don't want to read in regards to skibidi toilet. Like, that would be ultra brain rot, and I'm not trying to indulge. Next question is, what inspired you to start making stickers and a small business? Kind of already went over this, but I will say that there were a couple YouTube creators that I watched that were an inspiration for me when I was starting my small business. And so to list some of those, one of the creators I first watched, her name is Lynn Trong, and she had this video about making stickers at home, and I thought it was so cool. I really loved her vibe as well, and I actually continue to watch her, not because of her sticker related content, because I think she doesn't really do that much anymore, but I just really enjoyed her vibe, her style of vlogging, and her ability to be so transparent on camera. So that was like an inspiration for me vlogging as well. And in that same vein, I think another creator I really enjoyed watching for their transparency and vlog style was Julianne Doodles. I don't remember when I started watching her videos as well, but her vlogs were really comfortable to listen to while I was doing work or just like learn about something in a space. And I feel like she was a big inspiration for a lot of other people as well. Her stories were very interesting also. In terms of running the business and learning about how to start on a lot of things, another creator I really enjoyed watching was Molkana. I think I stumbled upon her page when I was watching some of Julianne's videos. She has like a ton of really good tips and tricks and advice in terms of the artist alley space, especially since I didn't really understand a lot of the things. As I mentioned, I didn't even know what an artist alley was until like 10 months ago, so her videos definitely help to understand the nuances in this anime convention lifestyle and space. The next question I have is, who is your favorite employee for your booth of all time? Of all time! Oh my god. I've had a lot of my friends help me at my table. I think it's around like 25 different friends have helped me. I could be wrong, it could be a little more or less, but that's a lot of people. That's hard to say, it's a loaded question. Next thing you know, they're gonna start asking me to put them in a tier list. Like, please don't make me do that. I love all my helpers. Everyone is amazing. Don't bait me, guys. Don't bait me into answering these questions like these. What are you currently gaming? Oh god. I only play Tetris. Guys, I know it sounds like I have an addiction problem. I try not to play too much, but I am just trying to be really good at it. Tetris is not really a fun game. It's just more like a sweaty competitive game. The next question is, what is my favorite Pokemon? I have a lot of Pokemon I like. My default answer though is Bisharp from Gen 5. I like Sceptile. That's also really cool. Galvantula, Gen 5 as well. I like Chandelure from Gen 5 as well. You can kind of see a trend here. I like a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon. If I were to pick some of the cute ones I like Ducklet, also from Gen 5. And then I also like Mousehold. Mousehold's in the newer generations, they can turn from 2 Tandemaus into a full Mousehold. It's crazy. There's memes of Mousehold as well. If you were to make a custom sticker for my club at my university, what would be the cost? I've never really done that before. They're asking like how much the commission cost would be. I don't really do commissions in the past. I'm trying to start to do some of them now just to see. At the moment, I have some of my commission prices set to $35. If they're paying for a design, it's not just for the design, it's also for my time as well, because there's other projects that I could be working on. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what good standard commission price for people is. If you ask me to make a design for you, I probably have to turn you down, not because I hate you guys, but like there's a lot of things I want to work on, and unless I think the collaboration or project that I could be commissioned for is really cool, then otherwise I would have to say no. And in a way, it's kind of sad to say that, because like I was such a big proponent for saying yes to almost everything in the very beginning, but I realized like you can't do it all, you know? So there comes to be a point where you do actually have to say no to certain things, and commissions are not on the top of my priority list. People actually want my stuff to be designed by me. That's insane, guys. I'm not used to that. It's a privilege to have that opportunity for sure. What is the current show I am watching? I'm watching Black Clover and it's almost over. So if you have any recommendations for new anime, please let me know, because I don't know what to watch right now. I might watch Kaiju number 8 because a lot of people have been recommending it. Alright, the next question is, do you play volleyball? I do not play volleyball, but I do think it's a really fun sport. I did play volleyball a little bit when I was in college. I played intramural volleyball with my club. I was in Chinese association. Shout out to all the people who play volleyball, because Haikyuu is really big. It's on the come up again because of the movie that recently came out. Alright, the next question is, what was your major in undergrad? When I was in college, I came into college as a art major, just standard art, nothing special, not graphic design or anything. They didn't even ask for a portfolio. They just accepted me. They just needed people. Yeah, I was an art major when I came into college, but I switched out, and so I graduated college with a mechanical engineering degree. I thought engineering was really cool. I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't change to any other major. I really enjoyed all the experiences I had and the people I met. But I would say one thing, I'm not made to be an engineer. Engineering just takes like a lot of passion. You have to really like what you're doing, and I didn't really like what I was doing. I was feeling heavy imposter syndrome when I was around people who were engineers. I felt like they were a lot better than me. They were a lot more qualified than me. I didn't really put the effort in to learn all the material that other people were learning, because I didn't see my future being in it once I started making stickers for people and I saw a potential path towards something that I was actually passionate about. So I mean, I still ended up staying with the major and graduating under it, since I did dedicate so much time to changing into the major and working in the classes and such, but at the end of the day, it's not where my heart was. But shout out to all the engineers, because you literally make the world. Without you guys, I don't know where the heck half the freaking world would be, so you guys are doing amazing out there. If you're currently a recent undergrad that graduated and are still looking for a job in engineering, I believe in you. I really believe that you can find something in the field if you put your heart and mind to it and you keep applying for different positions, because there's definitely something out there for you. But if you want to pursue your dreams as well, don't be afraid to do that. Just follow where your heart goes. You guys are Zookies. I trust you guys. You guys will do amazing in whatever field you choose to pursue. The next question is, are you a college student? And the answer is no, I'm no longer a college student. I graduated last spring to be exact. Sometimes I wish I was in college again, because I feel like it was much more carefree time, and there was a lot of things I wish I could still experience that I could only experience in college. And so definitely enjoy your college days. I know a lot of you guys are probably still in college, and so if that is the case, enjoy your college time. Try doing a lot of things you like doing and have fun with it, you know. Next question is, what are some tips for artists who want to start their own small business? A tip for artists specifically, I would say draw a lot, build your catalog. That's something that's going to be really important in the long run. Just like keep doing, keep learning, because the larger your catalog is, the more things you'll have to offer and the more things you can experiment or play around with. Once you start building your catalog, you'll have a lot more things to add to your portfolio. It's going to be really important for if you're applying to different conventions. If you don't really have a display or anything, the best thing you can do to capitalize on that is to build your portfolio. If you try to do a little bit of everything, then it's hard to capture, in essence, like what you represent. I focus mainly on making a lot of cute stickers and designs rather than trying to make a whole bunch of different styles. I just stuck with one thing and try to continue doing that. So the next question is why, with the upside down smiley face. I find my why in how I can make my future self not disappointed in myself. It sounds kind of cynical, but I just want to do the most that I can now, and it doesn't mean I have to like, you know, grind time every day, like go crazy, but like just do a little bit every day and keep working in the current year or week or month that I have now, so that when it comes to future me will be like, yo, I'm proud of what you did, past self. That's pretty sick. and so that is how I build out my why to the things I'm doing. Almost done with all the Smeeskis. Next question says, did you run in high school? I felt like I seen you before at a race. And my friend asked me that question, so they're being silly. But anyway, I did run in high school, besides being known as the art guy. I took honors art and AP art because one of my friends recommended me and the teacher and then she was like, okay, sounds good, and they just put me in the class. Like, I didn't have to do art 1, 2, and 3 and such. They just like auto gave me that pass because they showed them like one of my works. Like, what if I was a fraud? What if I was using AR art before AI art even existed? Who knows? Even though I did art in high school, I enjoyed running a lot more because it gave me a community and a lot of friends that I could rely on, and so that was like a core part of my personality as well. I ran cross country and track. I didn't do any other sports. I thought about it though. If I could pick any other sport, I would do tennis, probably. Just because it seems really cool, intense, and again, like, I like the individual sports where you put yourself to the test. You test your own limits and see how good you can be at one thing. I've been kind of getting back into running every now and then, but ever since I got out of that phase in high school, I strive to just maintain good healthy fitness. That's the goal. Okay, I feel like I didn't get that much done as I'd hoped to, maybe, but it's all good. I was mostly just here to answer your guys' questions. But yeah, one final question we have is, what's your go-to boba order? I have always liked taro milk tea. I don't know what it is about taro, but there's just like a specific taste about it that it's very nostalgic to me. Not the biggest boba fan growing up, because my mom would always order the standard milk tea, and I never felt like there was anything special about it, and I wouldn't go out of my way to order anything for myself when I was younger. I didn't really have a clue on what good boba was, but when I tried taro milk tea, I was like, this is it. Like, this is the drink of the century. And yeah, I just really like taro milk tea. It was really good, and it's always been good. It's always a staple if I had to order one. But I also like Thai milk tea. Thai milk tea is good too. But overall, boba, pretty solid. Not gonna go out of my way to get boba, but if there's a chance to socialize and hang out with some people while getting boba, I'm down. Let me know. Please invite me. I'll go get boba with you guys. Yep. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna work on this print a little more later on, but as of now, I think I've drawn all the Smeeskis I want on the page. Yeah. Oh snap, guys! I forgot about the big one in the front right here. Gotta add them too. I don't think I got to answer all the potential questions that will ever exist because, I only had my Q&A up for been 10 hours that it's been up. I appreciate that a lot of people even ask questions. That means so much to me because I even know people had questions for me. But shout out to all the people with the questions. You guys made this possible. This as in me answering questions and drawing and us hanging out here tonight. But yeah, I hopefully maybe we'll do another Q&A and drawing session if you guys would like, or if you guys have more questions. Hopefully I answered some of the important questions you might have had or was curious on, and hopefully if you were working as well, you got a lot of stuff done. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Hopefully you had a good day. I will hopefully see you guys in another video. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure to check out some of the other creators in the space with the links down below. But also, if you want to check out any of the other vlogs or videos, go ahead and click them. They should be right here.